At 10 o'clock, Clive Myrie will be here with a full roundup of the day's news. First, it's time for Our World, Hidden Children of Bulgaria. And a warning, you may find the following programme distressing from the start.
In 2007, the BBC film Bulgaria's Abandoned Children exposed tragic levels of neglect in Mogilino, an institute for disabled children. The film created an international outcry. As a result, with funding from the EU, the Bulgarian government closed many of the country's larger institutes, replacing them with group homes that house up to 14 people. Over €250 million from the EU have been invested in these reforms. But a shocking report has just been released by the advocacy organisation Disability Rights International, revealing that while the new group homes are smaller and clean, some of the children and young people within them are still suffering shocking levels of neglect.
I see the conditions here today. They are exactly what I witnessed in Mogilino, and to some extent they are worse.
I've come back to Bulgaria to investigate life inside the new system of small group homes in 2019. But first, I'm on my way to see two boys, Milan and Misho, who I first met in 2007, growing up in Mogilino Social Care Home, a large institute in a remote village. Misho is Milan's best friend. It's laundry time, and Milan seems nervous. I can see that they've both been hit. Maria, my interpreter, is not with me, so I can't speak directly with the abuser. I try to communicate without words, that I know what is going on.
Topla. Это сложно.
As a result of our camera witnessing the appalling treatment of both Milan and Misho, they were moved to a small group home where they have spent the last 13 years.
Milan. Milan.
Миша, здравствуй, Миша.
Hello.
Няма да... Сега ние ще дойдем вътре. Вътре. Плачеш, няма. Не, няма да плачеш.
What's Milan saying to you?
Do we want to... He's worried that we will take him.
To Mogilino?
Yeah.
Milan?
Не, няма. Тука сме, тука. Няма да плачеш. Няма. Тука сме, тука. Няма да те вземе. Не, няма.
I asked the director of the home how Milan and Misho have been getting on.
Минането на човек, който знае какво точно иска. Това е, може би, най-важното за него. И си отстоява желанието.
When he remembers Mogilino, what does he remember?
Да би го показвала, има си снимки, гледа си ги, всичко си разглежда там при него в шкафчето. Има, докато Мишо не се сеща за това изобщо. Виж това. Много е щастлив в момента. Го виждам, че просто за да се сподели, нали, и спомени всичко и знае, че и вие сте били там и ги познавате тези хора, а ние не ги познаваме, нали. И това му е целта, нали, да споделя с някой.
This is the man who had been...
Добър ли беше или лош?
Ah. I remember that day very, very well.
Дианка. Да, Диди. Да.
Milan wants to see Didi.
Yeah.
Ah.
Nice to see her. Да, Диди. Приятелка ли ти беше? Приятелка.
Oh.
Milan and Misho have been moved to a group home with a loving director who trusts them and who is now their official guardian. This is a glorious home, a success of the new policy, where they have had the chance to recover from life at Mogilino. But I want to see how young people in other homes are faring. At a recent event of the UN General Assembly, Bulgaria was identified as a model for reform. I've been invited to join the team Disability Rights International for part of their tour around 24 group homes across Bulgaria. They're documenting conditions for a report on social care across the country. We visit 5 group homes together. In the first home in North Bulgaria, we film covertly in order to capture early images of what we are witnessing. 10 young people live here across 2 floors, and their lives. Mitko is 16 years old. He is autistic. There is only one carer on duty, and she's clearly struggling with Mitko, who gets aggressive.
Mitko!
What happened? Mitko.
Yeah.
Behavior.
Два пъти ма фачка за гушата, аз вече минимална работна заплата.
Сама тук сега.
Да, в момент съм сама.
Whilst small, this child is actually 15 years old. She lives just along the corridor from Mitko. The children here are unlikely to be able to learn the skills to become independent. Upstairs, 2 young people are sleeping. The RI team that sedation is used in many homes in place of care.
Аз не искам тук да съм с тези деца, те са толкова малки и толкова не разбират.
Later that day, I was able to talk openly with Mitko, who agreed to be filmed.
Полудяна веднъж. Не знам защо така. Ако не ми се угоди, изведнъж прескочим на 2 или на 5 и направо поплявам всичко това. Вземам му подам сега къма и драскам. Защото тия хора ме изнервят постоянно. Искам да съм някъде с по-големи деца. Някакси като мене, горе-долу, годинищи. Да се разбирам с тях и да ставам по-добре.
We saw you earlier push one right over, send her flying backwards.
Бие ги, пък не искам. Викнах да си пея и съм спокойна.
Miko, how would you like your life to be?
Аз си бих искал в семейството ми. И майка ми само. Баща ми не е вестен. Майка ми е в Хармани. Просто не иска да иде при мен. Или няма пари да дойде.
Some parents say they have little support to care for their own children in the community, and that they have no choice but to send their children away. The Bulgarian government say they have created services to help parents look after their disabled children. Today, there are around 300 small group homes. EU money has gone into building many of them. From the outside, they can appear modern and pleasant, but it's the care within them that is far more important. At this home, I was able to film openly. Becoming integrated into the community. There are 14 people living here, with the youngest being Sophia, who is 14 years old. Her only disability is that she is deaf. She is thrilled to find that one of the DRI team can use sign language. None of the staff here have been trained to sign.
When we look around the room, can you communicate with the people who live here, with you?
They're all hearing.
Не разбират нейния език, нейния език не го разбират. Не разбират нейния език.
So they don't, no one has sign language. So staff here, not sign. She teaches people signs, which...
Have someone to talk to.
Okay.
Sophia does not go to school. The staff tell us she is too disabled. I am amazed she has not become more institutionalized, trapped in silence with no one seeming to make any effort to relieve her isolation. Along the corridor are two young men who appear to live in their beds.
So it looks to be some kind of fortified porridge.
The DRI team tell me it is contrary to all accepted practice to feed them like this.
So here's the example of...
Can you tell me about this young and what is his condition?
Не трябва медицинската сестра или директорка да питате. Ние с тези неща не се занимаваме. Ние се занимаваме с обгрижването на децата, доколкото...
И карам да ги къпим.
Да.
Церебрална парализа, квадрипареза. Другия ангел също.
Това е те са двама даши.
Да, когато е хубаво времето, ги слагаме на количка, или в коридора, или навънка на разходка, тук в...
Further along the corridor from the two angels is George's room. George lives in total isolation. His door is locked from the outside. George is in his 30s. His diagnosis is simply epilepsy. He has a potty at the end of his bed. It's possible he'll spend the rest of his life inside this room, being observed by staff through the glass window. How can this be the best help on offer for a young, vulnerable man who may have many years ahead of him yet?
George?
It's very distressing to see such dire conditions in a relatively new system held up as an example. Mitko and Sophia are struggling in clearly unsuitable homes. I want to catch up with someone else I met in Mogilino. Didi, who is Milan's other friend at the Institute. Didi arrived at Mogilino back in 2007.
Аз съм родена на 24 марта 1988 година съм родена и Диана Цветанова Илиева така вълна.
Like Mitko, Didi is autistic. Her mother found it more and more difficult coping with her, so she sent her far away so that she couldn't find her way home.
Никой не иска да си играе с мен. Ами те не могат да говорят те така, те са глухите. Не могат да си играят нищо тук. Както ти са тук дома така. Така прави ръката, е така домашния. И цитирам дядо ти 27 септември ден мама. Ден дядо не така, но види така.
Didi would cling to the belief that her mother would come and get her. But Milan had been listening to the staff, and he knew the truth. Didi's mother never visited her at Mogilino, and Didi never returned home. Instead, after the film, she was moved to a special adult boarding school, and I filmed with her in 2009.
Сбързана ли косачка? Дай на стол. А те сега откъде? Да, да.
All the students stay here for 3 years to learn life skills, to prepare them for the outside world. Today, I'm visiting Didi, who has been moved to a remote small group home.
Там го да правила Могилино, помня го, дам го. Да, помня го какво е там. Да, да.
When you think of the time you spent in Mogilino, what do you remember?
Еми те там ги бият, лоти в Могилино, лоти са. Не са добри там в Могилино, бият ги там, бият ги.
And what was it you liked about your boarding school in Sofia?
Отивам по 5 лева, 10 лева ми дават там, купувам благи работи. Да? И ти купувам каквото ти искам, обици, тервило, ти купувам. София ми беше мътно, ти напуснах да училището, там на тиватка, да му отива. Аз му отива тиватка, чих дрехи чих. Беше мътно да майка ми, да Маргарита. Те няма да, те вече няма видам вече, не мога да я видя. Далече е Пазарджик. И ме мътно ме за нея, те няма виждам. Да. Аз ревах да нея, плаках. Беше мътно за нея. Да. Да. И Маргарита да болекарка. Да, Маргарита. Да.
Years ago, making friends, working as a seamstress, contributing to society. Now, isolated here, surrounded by old people, she has regressed completely. She is desperately thin and frantic, and stutters as she talks. The institutionalized rocking that first appeared when she came to Mogilino, but disappeared in the boarding school, is back. It feels a horrendous waste of a life. Each resident is given a lunchtime sedative to make them more manageable for the staff.
Do you think it's okay that you live here with old people?
Да, хубави са старите дни. Да, хубави са.
What I see is somebody who is misplaced, people suffering with schizophrenia, but she does not have that diagnosis.
Те от социалните си действат тези неща, нали вече
You said that she'd been waiting for around 6 months replacement because she's already been here for 8 years. When I see the way you are with Didi, you know, Didi said she loves you. Didi cares for you. She has an affinity with you because she can communicate with you.
И аз много си я обичам, аз съм свикнала с нея и...
Да.
Еми, ако за Диди може да ни помогнете и вие, и няма какво, просто няма никакво развитие за нея.
Mirko and Sophia's directors are in a similar position. They have no power to get more. Milan and Misha's home proves small homes can be wonderful, nurturing places. But there is a reason for that. Their director, who loves them as her own, as family.
Ами аз също съм родител на младеж с увреждане и знам какво е. Съжалявам. Разчувствам. Аз го обожавам, моя син, той ми е моето злато. Той ми дава сила и аз да живея. За съжаление, в България е много трудно в сфера да се подпомагат родителите с хората, които имат деца с увреждания. Нали?
Do you believe that it's good to have this, the keeping of your own children and the fostering of children so that children go into families?
Това ще е много по-добре. Една семейна среда дава много повече възможности на един човек да се развива, отколкото няма по-добро от това. Например, да се представя Милен и Мишо в едно семейство. Колко по-добре бих се чувствали. И целта, която трябва да следваме по-нататък.
While the new system of group homes is officially referred to as family-like residences or small group homes, from what I've seen, many are neither small nor are they family homes.